I never thought I would stand on Odessen as anything but a conqueror. So much has changed.
Your message said you wanted to talk.
I have something for you. A gift. When I was young, the Knights of the Cool taught me to forge my own armor. I've worked on this piece. Since I arrived in Odessen, I want you to have it. If I'm ever unable to fight by your side, I can still ensure you're protected.
I can't believe you made this. It's incredible.
It's the least I can do for someone who's given me so much. There's something else I need to say. Until now, I only felt hatred for others. Especially for you. But you showed compassion I didn't deserve. Eliminated the darkness, threatening to consume me. Everything I am is because of you. And I'll spend a lifetime thanking you for it.
I'll remember that the next time I need an enemy crushed.
My strength is yours. Whatever challenge you face, I'll be there. I won't stray from my path, Commander. My purpose lies with you, and with the Alliance.
Keep your stinking paws off me. I'm not in a talking mood.
The tough guy act won't work on me.
Yeah? Well, let me talk to the son of a Hutt in charge, and you'll see how tough I really am.
You're looking at her.
Thought I'd seen enough ghosts to last a lifetime. But this...
I never thought I'd be so happy to see my fleet's assailant.
Trust me, I'm as surprised as you. Last I heard, the Eternal Fleet belonged to some psycho empress determined to take over the galaxy. Killed a lot of good people. Almost killed me. So I fought back the only way I knew how. By raiding the ships. Made a stack of credits on the side. Had no idea the fleet was under new management. Shows how much I've paid attention.
I can handle it from here, Hilo.
You sure?
I lied. I didn't hijack all those Eternal Fleet ships for the credits. I heard the Eternal Fleet hauled you away. Figured I owed you a rescue. Been looking for you ever since. Don't get me wrong, I like the credits. But you and I had a nice setup. Best job I ever had. So, what do you say, Sith? Are we a team again?
My crew wasn't the same without its pilot.
Of course it wasn't. I'm the best there is. It'll be just like the good old days, Sith. The future's looking up.
It's you. I always knew you'd find me. We have a lot to talk about, don't we?
When I didn't hear from you, I assumed the worst. I'm glad to see I was wrong.
I'm sorry I didn't contact you. When you disappeared, I didn't know where to turn. The Jedi condemned me a long time ago, and I couldn't trust the Sith. I was lost. It made me realize how much I relied on others. I needed to forge my own path, away from you, from the Council, and everyone else who tried to influence me. So I traveled across the galaxy, helping those who needed it most. I never stayed in one place too long. It taught me a lot about myself.
You've come a long way from the stubborn apprentice who challenged me on the Sith code.
You taught me so much about the Force, which is why I needed to stay away from you. I was afraid that if I returned to you, I would fall into my old ways. I'd become a follower again, instead of a leader. But when I see you, I don't feel like a frightened child in need of guidance anymore. With this new strength, I can finally come back. Not as your apprentice, but as your equal.
The Alliance would be lucky to have you.
We're going to do great things together. Whatever the future brings, I'll help you face it.
Aiwagelons, Nerenai, Ipla, Lesiens. Prodale. Sawasega walaida unsima. Faro aleis rekidja. Panuela in smodi ekipans? Inoisi, ja aleis namanidies. Ipadenie, in pama ewa yakja. Tu pama arbajidao no sodicians bi urstuam. Seldon sigiade gai.
I have this.
Iblessus amins weds full, Gawadida, sick from towns. Paulos ja Silvanos jatem, Niliason laknjenjan gudaetin. Kibaizwis, sokip nik, ne patay sivu atakains ja fortinyan. Ne patay forwesedan, swerda kadidi. Imtupienio prochchan, usudidiana, akloan hoschidans. Inalay matay, gazwi pinday, bimatay warpas inalayol puspunyay. Siklay karyakajya waldunaf nyata karyita. Unsinandol, ja ustion hansol freistubnion no diabolus, afstop fiara. Ungasibuana, jappe stilios frojanesius, jappe riaka jappe. Ipse kunimina kumana jabai. Idai jai no pai, dugagundi, gawandidei. Nimala no iswis bijumai, ingata kapau. Jens with pai. Arbiom Xkumo. Ip Atogida, Melasliwama, Wartsin Emerenai, Se Gapuriada. Unte pata kipiono e alai swirienna. Se nai galawin binai warponzia for in Balpia. Ne pateo for mujesadan warenda kade. Akya sa wuladais. Idrigios do Ian Marida. Niwazianyar, Alyain, Jai patay minitkam, Sipuchonyam akanay. Izwariem Jabdalom Poseus Psilia.
Commander, this latest discovery of yours, the Dashad, you have outdone yourself. Talos was outright dumbfounded. He believed that the clues he found were most likely idle legend. But this Dashad, a creature that can consume Force essence? This is groundbreaking. I wish greatly to better understand this process. But for his part, the Dashad is being uncooperative. He will occasionally tolerate some cursory examination, but attempts at more in-depth analysis result in violent threats of surprising detail and specificity. Relatedly, he has a stunningly detailed grasp of Hutt anatomy. But I will not be deterred. The potential advances of understanding are too great to give up. Think of the possibilities. Perhaps we could bribe him with a treat of sorts. Do you suppose you could convince Sana Ray to part with one of her trainees? One of the less promising ones, of course. I unfortunately agree with your assessment. A pity. Sometimes truly worthwhile art requires some sacrifice. I shall think of some other solution.
Japaiswipa perswip ingala banai gapwas daidai. Jawais from Bama Daga, I house the didum, Neve leladum. In alay matay, gas win pidal, pi matay wulpaz, in alay uspulanay.
Time changes all of us. You finally gave up on Zash.
Usatida sin, fara alaim, jaal in ima, jahaban iten. Und in amagas kapana, warpan, himinam arpay bohav nona. An so wilok bardos, so gi inagangan gisat faur ises.
I assume you've settled in.
Trana paravora, nabalale, na, aitan, sudi amamenti mamani, abaka, vicheta karka volbe papatasi, somuicho ristatasida. Ano jovicho, ajo pania Maria yoda, rokana kara reyam checheim, avadukamya karechi. Amia, kasana, mam didarete tutujije, sudi antam panimbo putovam, e kanana babaji chokota.
You flew a starship by yourself. How did you even get a hold of one if your homeworld doesn't have any?
Aranaja, kadudo ekabavrem natababarivya avye. Amia, kasana, mam didarete tutujije, sudi antam panimbo putovam, e kanana babaji chokota. Taraka, fitas no ne alfosi jameni, timana, davano ya bijakata bala, dasta video, prastuto sechimisata.
You hunted down the entire crew over several nights. I bet those final logs were great. The furry thing, it's coming for us again.
Matato, eka garam anja gaji jagatom, smita sa timana data. Akayam, opakaya kimata, samajika vasvaro da baharo chikichiya, kokasa utom nati. Eka viatinia adarita la boveka jime, jimine karana kite jutoda mi mata, napakora, anunisela.
Since you aren't flying around the galaxy on your own, I assume you lost that starship you captured?
Mudamate mukama, Dios te vihata hovena mudavimimai. Bilati dvara joveye. Kama sinsikal jabania agidado gorevavara. Avijuta, batis yang ki ambesi semparka, gario grupo kashkaya.
You look cheerful today.
Non pitasete sonevare papaporini, ati tamine abula para koi kapgate se bahara tata. Ya varse matima mutra banda, mam kerele kera prakurise hata siar koi ochima mandi karkachi, amita manani babakab camino no decida anekamaruchi.
Never let anyone tell you who you are or what you can be. We make our own destinies.
Kamachora, wichu somegia, kariagia, kionni mati sunkocheche. Motra pinda tafetita makeche, puravote vivina, ipakikla, akereno no bekiche. Ami badnom, ami sata trama para vita hita chakota. Temani katotodon. Samya vedera. Ralalo sutika orto tabibini virota. Yogache.
Do you log ears, That's one trophy I'd like to see.
Ya, varse matima mutra banda. Mam kerele kera prakurise hata si el coche ochima mandi karkachi. Amita mandani babakab camino no decida anekamachi. Samano la dale me metisa samilea manasa. Joras tiria rajabani habas hasta no maita mamate. No tamani daraka. Rada ando vorite kandra agadundagati icha kotichiche.
I'll be remembered as the greatest emperor ever to rule the Sith. That'll do nicely, don't you agree?
Samalele mime sama minasa ishwaraba. Eka viatinia atarita la bobeka shime chimine karana kite jutoda mime mata napakora tanuni sela. Chadapi tamara sastro malababa mati amalada che.
Did you want to talk?
Temani katotodon. Samya vedera. Ralalo sutika orto tabibini virota. Yogache. Kama para panakana. Divaso arta ata etiam siekis makagani rata nati.
They didn't appreciate what makes you special, Treek. But I do. You've found your place in the galaxy.
Virota nesele esambali of kanuni dibaga. Temani katotodon. Samya vedera. Ralalo sutika orto tabibini virota. Yogache. Numari. Jate stresa. Insata karaneki konto tamani pramme. Natari viata kaniha kaka. Se kayo mata.
An eternal warrior surrounded by flames. That could be good or bad, depending on the context. Did you have any other dreams?
Reti kamika kimara angusa vaki nanjache. Sundarastri. Balatempi. Kavadim. Lava anonuba nanda semita.
I'm glad you feel that way, because we're not running out of battles to fight anytime soon.
Yap, wichuninga ninga. Chadapi. Tamara sastro. Malababa. Mati amalada che.
Something is bothering you.
Karabavian. Ana ugar sangkalanini amamaroto dusmamenche. Apaxio tranos vaditasi. Inda nakyo che sharakipi karine mamadada panitemini pagedatachi. Eka viatinia atarita la bobeka shime. Chimine karana kite jutoda mime mata napakora. Anuni sela.
If you're that eager, we can always go hunting for a Nautilin. The Republic is full of them.
Aranaja, kadudo ekabavrem natapabarivia avie. Adarita, yamagrupa. Ekawucho michi nyong.
I highly recommend proper seasoning. Some meats can be a bit gamey.
Ekanajari manasa pataga niskapata lokonote hese. No ya no hato tia ekala chengola viti sobre riba cheche.
A steady diet of my enemy's tears are quite sufficient to keep me satisfied.
Turapayo, viroda kakidi tamana hatam. Sumusyo tamare, nos tapari pinata pataro mukocho mankocho.
You wanted to speak?
Avikaro vivida la kota tabare, kavavamam, avigia alagaba vivigana abakote ave. Tiam kuba. Savura akechije sharema apana stresa karavum.
You wielding the Force. The expressions of terrified incredulity alone would be worth it.
Pada kumota jija amorte majurore isete chochi. Samano la dale me metisa samilea manasa. Joras tiria rajabani habas hasta no maita mamate. Tajita daran tripa. Dara mimiya sa jana pumomi hati kayam. Americha mamamamati kiyo mapapasise.
Mercy. Peace. I knew you were a primitive little savage, but I thought you might have learned something by now. Never ask that again.
Lorkote chi dokeja pochonja. Apaxio, tranos vaditasi. Indab, nakyo che sharakipi karine mamadada, panitemini, pagedatachi.
What's on your mind?
Idada, rishi sirochodo sta ubo koronob. Samanola dali memetisa sa milea manasa. Chorastiria, Rajabani, havas hasta numenta mamate.
How many years do members of your species usually live?
Amia, kasana, mandidarete tutuchije, sodi antampanimbo putovam, kanana babaji chokota. Tiam kuba. Savora, akechije sharema apana, stresa karavum. Timana kasamuya turdasa. Unde kito jamana sodo onka stara bartuchimi memimita rastita. Tiano lavi. Buenaka, patolo yakonia.
We can keep your name alive forever. Everything you've ever done can be stored on the HoloNet as data. I'll show you.
No va me siamo toccati prima, anarada, avapaporti meminte sa akichi. Kariakam, rada karavena kola batalekasyo, esia leso alani nene. Kanawichulamba maramitra.